Alright, yo, I know I just got on the stream, but this is looking pretty nice. We swept out London's highs with SMT. And so S&P has a 15-minute rejection block. So does NASDAQ, actually. So we can use this rejection block as our PD array. It's honestly looking pretty good. I think 830 just opened. Yeah. So I want to see a manipulation above 830. Yo, what up, Hyper? I'm honestly really thinking that this is really nice, right? 15-minute rejection block on S&P. You can see this is essentially Phoenix model. So now how are we gonna get filled? I don't know, but I'm gonna probably place a limit order at that 1-minute chain stay delivery. So RB, where's RB? There it is. Might run without us, we'll see. Hopefully not. If it does, it's fine. I just barely got on the charts, but this is looking really nice, right? 15-minute rejection block with SMT. We have equal lows with London and Asia. Looks like it might run without us. We'll see. We'll see. If not, it's okay. But once again, like giant accumulation range and then manipulation with SMT. So I'm looking at this 1-minute change state delivery here. And this would also be inducement of these highs. So I really do like this a lot. If we get this, I'll take it. Yeah, I think this would be pretty fire, right? 1 minute. It almost feels too easy but it's higher time frame AMD, lower time frame AMD. Nice sweep of London. Once again, 15-minute rejection block got held on S&P and got swept on NASDAQ. So then we go on the lower time frame. But I mean, it's just a good trade. I mean, I've just gotten to the point where I've seen so many setups that, of course, a good trade is gonna jump off the chart at me, right? And that's exactly kind of what you want, right? You want the good trades to just kind of scream at you. So 15-minute rejection block. You see how we sweep it on NASDAQ, on S&P, we make a lower low. So I'm going to go ahead and place a limit order at the 1-minute change state delivery here. And let's see how many contracts to buy. And I did decide that I am going to be trading all my accounts. So I just think it's, I'm at the point where my plan since the beginning has been to trade all my accounts, and I don't really want to do anything different. So, if I lose accounts, it's fine. I'll just restart. But I just want to keep $200 risk per trade across all my accounts, copy trading. I don't know. That's how I feel. Yeah, 15-minute rejection block, 1-minute change state delivery. Now, we got to find any reason not to take this, right? Is there any reason not to take this? So I'll probably go 4 contracts if we come up there. And once again, this would be inducement of these highs. Now, is there any reason? I want to find literally any reason not to take this because, I genuinely, I want to take good trades, not just take the first thing I see on the chart, but I really do like this. It's, it's one of those things like it jumps out at me, so I personally really like it. 1-minute change state delivery, 4 contracts. So 9 times 4. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put a limit order there. And yeah, I'm going to keep trying to figure out if there's any reason not to take it. But for now, I'm going to put a limit order there. How do I switch my screen? So this limit order will be at 23,377. So it would be 36. All right. And then I'm going to put the stop loss at 401. And then 4-hour CRT. And also, it makes kind of sense in the higher time frame because we've popped into premium here, higher time frame breaker. So if I think this is pretty good. I'm willing to take this trade, and then I'll go TP1 and break even at first standard deviation. Once again, this would be above midnight, above 8:30. It would be a 2022 fair value gap, right? This would be very obviously a 2022 gap, right? Liquidity sweep, break of structure on the 3-minute. Then that fair value gap within premium of that displacement leg. I mean, for me, this is valid in all my, models. So once again, I know it's just, the first thing I see on the chart, but it's jumping out at me. And sometimes you just have to be willing to take the risk when it jumps out at you. So I will be taking this if we hit it. And then I'll do TP1. And also low resistance lows, right? So what I might do is, let's measure our standard deviations. What I might do is, let's see how this lines up here. First, what is this a Newsweek? Oh wait, when does news come out? That's important. News. Oh, we got time. That's plenty of time. It's not till 10 a.m. Okay, so I do have that limit order still. ISM services PMI at 10. So yeah, it's quite a ways away. And on the lower time frame, this will be accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So why else do I like this? And as well, I'm just going to do my usual TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4 at each standard deviation. That's just my usual. That's how I like to do it. I mean, it almost feels too easy, but I think it's just a good trade, to be honest. But yeah, we would be above 8:30. So why is this nice? I like this. There's no reason to dislike. Yeah, man, I think it's just getting to the point where we've seen so many good setups that it just kind of, it's just in our nature. Well, we're not trading after news, trading before news. I mean, news doesn't come out for a whole hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, I know I've taken it. It's like the first thing that jumps out on my on the chart, but accumulation, manipulation, distribution. On the medium time frame, on the lower time frame, same thing. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We're above midnight. We're above 8:30. I really don't see any reason to not like this. This is just my own opinion. You can disagree with me, but I like it. Now, obviously, if it's a loss, I'll journal it, and I'll get better. But I actually do think this one. Hopefully, I don't think there's any. This one, I'm really trying to find a reason not to like it, right? But we break structure. It's also a 15-minute change of state delivery, right? That's another confluence. 1 hour, 1 hour or 1 hour CRT. That's clean. I just realized that. No, I have a limit order at the CISD, but once again, guys, don't just do your own research and figure out like what makes sense to you. And I like this trade, but it's just my personal preference, and this is my own risk tolerance. You got to do what makes sense for you. But what I'm saying is don't copy me. But yeah, 1 minute change state delivery. Because like I definitely could be this could end up being totally a loss, but it's a risk that I'm willing to take with my trade with my accounts. I think it's a good trade. It jumps off the chart at me. So two different AMDs, right? Low time frame AMD, and then so on the 1 minute it's AMD, right? Accumulation. Manipulation. So I'm looking at that 1 minute change state delivery, and then on the 15 minute, same thing. Accumulation, manipulation of that high. We have hourly CRT. So we already have this kind of framed out. We obviously know where our TPs are, right? They're just going to be at one at each standard deviation. That's just how I do it. But what I'm wondering is, let's look at the higher time frame. I'm going to get rid of this for a second. Right, we just rebalanced the premium. That's another reason that I like this, is we did just rebalance the premium. So I'm glad I started getting on the charts at 8:30. So one possibility is, now that we've rebalanced the premium, we might need a lower time frame move back to rebalance the discount. I mean, it's kind of just common sense, but we rebalance the premium, we rebalance the discount. So let's say this is a higher time frame trend move down, right? So I still have that limit order. I'm gonna switch my screen so you can see, right? This is just my own personal risk tolerance. Don't treat me like, because guys, I'm still getting better myself, so I'm wrong all the time. I just want you to understand that. So we're getting close to the limit order. Bro, today I watched your new YouTube video. It was good. I have excluded using CRT.
Order filled.
Executed using CRT. I just got filled, by the way. So we'll see how this goes. Officially in. I need to place my take profits. Let's go back and put my take profits in. Interestingly, we have not hit it on MNQ, but we definitely hit it on NQ, but we have hit it on MNQ. Just interesting that happened that way, but and so anyway, let's measure our standard deviations, and then we'll figure out where to put TPs and stuff, and yeah, and then we'll just see what happens, right? So I'm gonna do TP1 right here. I don't think I'm gonna go break even till we hit this LRLR. And this is just a risk I'm willing to take. We'll see. So I'll do TP1. I'll go break even at the LRLR, because that's kind of like the main conviction I have, is this LRLR. This is a really nice LRLR. Once again, you just gotta take risks, man. If it's a loss, it's fine. It's whatever. It's also a 2022 model. You don't have control of the outcome. It's just the frustrating thing about trading. But yeah. I could respond to your comment in a second, Hyper, but I just kind of gotta focus here. And you know what? This fourth standard deviation lines with this liquidity pool pretty well. I like that. Once again, you just gotta take risks that you like, and that's just how I feel about trading. If I take a loss, it's, I liked it. It was a good trade. Move on. But it definitely jumped off the chart at me. I'll say that for sure. So yeah, guys, just don't be dumb. Like, be smart. Take trades based off your own conviction and what I've taught you, not based off of what I do, because I'm wrong all the time. You guys know I'm wrong all the time, right? Like, I take losses all the time. You guys know this. But yeah, like I said, take trades based off your own conviction and what I've taught you, and based off of nothing else other than that. There's no other reason you should ever take a trade besides your own conviction and everything I've taught you, and ICT's taught you, and Dodgy's taught you, right? And Justin Weiland and TJR, whoever's your mentor, right? Just don't take a trade based off anything besides, your own conviction and the people that have taught you, or in your own time with the markets, your own understanding of the markets. All right. Oh, I forgot to put the actual TPs in the chart. Let's go over do that. So CRT is candle range thing, right? It's so simple and good. I know, man. I know. It is. It really is. Okay, 23,349. That's where I'm going to place this first TP. So right at that wick is where I'll put the first TP. Which, that's kind of, well, I guess that's not the first standard deviation, huh? First standard deviation is just below that. Okay, I want to actually put it at the first standard deviation. So let's rewrite it. 349.25. Okay, that's first standard deviation. That's exactly where it is. Second standard deviation is, let's make sure we measure this out right. It's always good to make sure. That looks fine. Nice. 3, 2, 1. Two, 9, 4. Take trades based off your own conviction and your own back testing and what makes sense to you. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. That's the only way you should ever take a trade, right? Alright, I put all the limit orders in, so now I literally have no control over anything, so I just accept whatever happens. Let's take a look at the 830 stat map. This is 8:30, right? Okay. Yeah, whatever. It's not in my control anymore. Like, whatever is that the case is whatever's gonna happen. It's not in my control anymore. I hope it hits my, break even, but I guess we'll just have to see. I literally don't have control in any of it, so I just show up, take trades I like, and then leave. That's all I do. Yeah, CRT is very simple and good. I like it a lot. So yeah, I don't have control over the outcome. I'm doing everything else to do, just taking a trade I like, and yeah. We also went above. It's also a 2022 gap, right? So I don't have my break even spot actually until after TP1. I don't normally do that, but I think that's what I should do here because I could totally see us hitting TP1, retesting the chain state delivery, and still running. So I want to have break even at this other LR. I still want to take some off here. So, if it does stop me out, at that point, it won't be as, bad as of a loss. But I just think that that's what makes sense to do based off my own backtesting. So that's what I'm going to do. And also it's a 1 hour CRT too, so. And once again, I don't have control over the outcome. As much as I want this to hit, there's always a chance it just it could just go run and stop me out right now. Obviously that would suck, but yeah, I do not have control of the outcome. As much as I wish I do, I don't. S&T with YM. Ah, nice. Good to know. Good to know. Thanks, Javier. I'm in my trade and doing what I think. I'm sticking to my trade. So if TP1 gets hit, if it hit stop loss, I'd suffer essentially only half a loss because one contract would have hit TP1, the other ones would have hit stop loss. Oh, and actually, because of the LRLR, I do think trailing here makes sense. So I'll probably trail. I'll do TP. Because once again, LRLR, we should just start dumping after we hit that LRLR. There's just so many low resistance lows here. I would expect this to just continue. So I'm going to put TP2 trail right here. That's what I think makes sense based off my own back testing. And then I'll probably do TP3 trail. Cause I'll do TP3 trail like, somewhere in here just to like, just preserve a little bit more, but I do think that this should just accelerate. If it starts to run, it should run. But as always, I don't have control over the outcome, so. So what this means is when TP2 gets hit, I'm trailing all the other cons to here. When TP3 gets hit, I'm trailing all the other cons to here. Maybe I'd even consider, it might be better to do, I'm actually going to give myself a little more wiggle room. So if it needs to come up to here, and then something like that. Just give myself a little more wiggle room because I think that's what makes sense. So we have 850 to 910 macro coming up. So we'll see. Once again, this was a 3-minute 2022 model. I'm backtesting with 9% win rate and the charts have 31% win rate. Isn't that crazy? I don't get it, man. Like, it just feels... Yeah, but you just gotta keep showing up, man. You just gotta keep showing up. So, what else? I mean, it's a big part of it is just, the real markets, you gotta trade exactly like you would normally. And it's not easy. So let's see if this 2022 gap aligns with the fair value gap partition. Well, we did reject this fair value gap partition, so. Anyway, I don't know if there's a fair value gap partition, but that's okay. Well, once again, I'm sticking to my exact plan. This is the plan I've laid out. So this is the exact plan I'm going to stick to. And I'm not changing it. Right? Whatever happens is going to happen. If it stops me out, that would suck a lot. As much as you want to have control over the outcome, you really don't. But I'll just keep showing up every day, taking trades and learning. That's all I can do. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and we move on. We just keep trying to get better. And keep taking trades that we like, that we think are good. And yeah. So why do I have break even here? Well, this is low resistance lows. And the thing about low resistance lows is they typically accelerate the stop run. So I know if we hit those lows and then we come back up, it kind of invalidates the whole idea. I'll probably even move it up, to be honest, to the middle of this LRR. And once again, Asia and London do have relatively equal lows. I'll even move it up just a little bit. Like if we hit that, there's no like that would need to accelerate price. But once again, I trade exactly according to my trade plan. I don't deviate. I do exactly what I think I should do based off my trading plan, and then I do it. Once again, I don't have control over that. It's already in stone. Whatever happens is whatever happens. Let me go to the bathroom. Once again, like, there's really no point in even caring at this point. Like, whatever's going to happen is already going to happen. The trade plan is already in place. It's basically like written code at this point. My execution is essentially as if it's like written in code. Nothing I think or do or say is going to change this exact plan that I've laid out, right? This is the exact plan I laid out. Nothing, it's like a code. I can't change this plan. This is the exact code plan, whatever you want to call it. So, like, there's really no point in even caring. This is the exact, like, literal code that I've written to, execute this trade, and I'm not deviating from that. The only way I would deviate from it at all would be if we came back up, swept out the high, and then chopped around, and then, at that point I'd have a break-even spot, but that's the only thing. That's the only way I would change the plan. I mean, because that's just common sense. But as far as this plan goes, this is set in stone.
Order filled.
So TP1 got hit. Break even not quite yet hit. But we'll see. And I do think that if break even spot gets hit, that I should definitely be done for the day, but we'll see. So now I have 3 contracts, so I have to switch my stop loss to 3. So we'll see. So risk is dropped down in half now because one contract hit 1R, the other still have the potential to hit stop loss. So only risking half an R now, which is I guess good, but we'll just have to see. But like I said, I want to see this LRLR get hit. I think, you know, this, if there's going to be a stop run, this is going to accelerate price. I almost even want to consider going break even at this. Because why on earth would we go here and then not run the LRLR? That would be weird. I'm not going to lie. That would be kind of weird. I think I might do that. Why on earth would we hit this spot and then not? Yeah. I might actually move break even here. If we hit this, there's no reason for us to not run this LRLR. I think that makes sense. I mean, you could even do break even at the data wick. I'll just keep it exactly as it is. Okay, so you can see we're getting a reaction off this first standard deviation. So that's why I took profit here, right? Because we had these lows and we had the first standard deviation, so I knew that'd be, you know, profit taking area. So you can see we're getting a reaction. Your break even? Nice, man. Nice. I'm gonna go break even here. So now we've pushed back up into this volume imbalance. Once again, we have this, what looks almost like a data wick, except I don't know if it is, right? So now we're possibly inversing to the upside. But once again, I'm still keeping my trade plan exactly as is. I feel like, yeah, I think it's a really good trade, and I'm not gonna change it. I have a strict plan. So, I mean, that's literally what you have to do as a trader. That's the hardest part about being a trader, is following your plan exactly. But it's also a 2022 for value gap, right? Because on the 3-minute, zoom out, what is this? Liquidity sweep with S&T, break of structure for value gap. I mean, yeah, I could go break even here, but yeah, at this point, you're right. Like, why would we come all the way back to the change instead delivery? If we're gonna run, we should run. I think this makes more sense as TP1 and break even. I think you're right. Then again, though, I have to think about this. So far, as of right now, I'm gonna keep this as is. I don't want to, I want to make the right decision. You think I should go break even, random guy? Follow your own rules. So, well, I mean, it's not, my rule is do what's best, right? So if break even right here is best, then. But I think I have conviction. I'm not gonna lie. We have 1 hour CRT. Now I think I have conviction, right? This 1 hour CRT should deliver price lower. So I don't think I'm gonna go break even until we hit the LRLR. That's just where I think the break even spot should be. So that's what I'm going to do. If I'm wrong, whatever. It's fine. Well, I mean, arguably, I'm like, like I've also been working on profitability lately as well. So you say the same thing about me. We did end up getting kind of like a CRT, but I don't know. It's against the higher time frame CRT, so. I'm sticking to my plan. It's just based off my back testing. What do I think is best? That's just what I'm going to do. That is the best thing I can do. Just do what I think's best based off my back testing. I think going break even too early when it's a good trade it can wreck you. But it's very possible now we'll induce these highs again. But stop loss is now cut in half, which is the nice thing. Did we get SMT? I could go break even here, maybe. You think I should go break even? I'm not gonna lie, I just gotta stick to my plan. It's literally just, that's the plan. I'm sticking to it, right? Market open in 12 minutes. I make a plan, I stick to the plan. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, my plan is set in stone, so. I'm not gonna lie, I could see us inducing it again, right? Double inducement, retesting and change the delivery. Yeah. There's nothing I can do. It's out of my control. Whatever happens is whatever happens. Whatever happens is literally whatever happens. Yo, I got a sub. Let's go. sticking, like literally, like that's literally all I can do is just, make the plan and stick to it. So this is a little off. So I need to switch this. This should be like 401.75, like there. Okay, there we go. That's right. Right now everything is right. Once again, just following a plan, sticking to it, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, getting ready for moving stop to break even. So we'll see. Right. Okay, we just got 2-minute change state. Market open in 4 minutes. I think this is a pretty good spot to go break even. I mean, once again, we could induce the change state delivery again. That's why I haven't gone break even yet, because like it's totally possible for that to happen. I could totally see it. Boom, maybe S&T here too. You know, maybe on market open we get here, we pop up S&T and then deliver lower. I obviously don't want that to happen. I'd much prefer us not to do that, but it's a realistic possibility. Where we left these low resistance highs here, right above right underneath the change state delivery. It's honestly very possible that that happens. Market open in 2 minutes. Market open in 1 minute. Like I said, market open could wick out the chain. I would hate it if it wicked out, if MNQ and NQ diverged and it hit my stop loss, that would be, and this didn't, that would be really annoying. But I'm just doing the best. I just have my stop loss exactly where I think it should be, and I'm doing the best I can. So I think that's what's gonna happen actually now. So we might end up getting S&T here. Obviously, I don't want this to happen, but it's very well possible. But we just have to stick to the plan. So market open in 1 minute. We'll see how market responds. About to be market open. 2 seconds. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Looks like we're going higher. We might induce the high. Maybe we'll see. Okay. Okay, break even. TP2 hit. Nice.
Order filled.
So now I can, chill out a little bit. Break even's at break even. Oh, I gotta switch that to 2. Alright. Yeah, at this point now I'm like pretty chill now. TP2's been hit. So I'm pretty chill now. And we're at break even, so man, I can take a little bit of a breather. Once again, there's a reason I have the break even spot right here, is because this L or LR, if it's gonna continue us lower, it should accelerate price lower. It shouldn't just be like, oh yeah, apex. You're out fully? Down for the day? Let's go. Yum. Let's go, random guy. Oh, I gotta charge my laptop. I don't have that indicator. Oh, I should have TP2 trail right here. Forgot. 23,352. So TP2 trail, I just put in TP2 trail. Because once again, we technically have low resistance highs above. If we come above and inverse that for value gap, we're probably going to go run those highs. I bet you Jake is profitable. Once Jake is profitable, he'll have Dodgy's DD Flow and T-Trades in the care. Yeah, I'd love to have him. Okay. Yeah, T-Trade's fractal model. I mean, he can call it whatever he wants, but he's trading market maker models. I mean, everyone calls it a different thing, but it's all just MMXM. It's just kind of funny. I kind of want to, like, I'm at the point where I kind of want to trail one, like right here, but that's just, that would be a emotional decision, I feel like. Good to know, random guy. Thank you. I'll probably get out before news. If we have news, yeah. I'll get out before news. Probably. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. We already have the plan put in place. Oh, I guess technically I can't get rid of this. Like, I don't know where that is. Might get trailed out here. Looks like I'm gonna get trailed out. Okay, I got trailed out in the rest. Well, not bad.
Stop field. Stop field.
I mean, yeah. I did what I was supposed to do, right? I followed my plan. What I think will happen now is we'll induce this high into the change state delivery, and then we'll go lower. But yeah, I think I followed that. Yeah, you did, man. Good job. I think I did exactly what I was supposed to do. No regrets, man. No regrets. Morning, Medbach. How's it going? I just got trailed out, but still, definitely a good trade. Nah, I think I executed that pretty well. So, at this point, now, I just gotta say, hands off. Whew. Let's see. Man, I thought maybe we would get that move lower. But, you know what? It is what it is. Look at how violent this move lower is. I thought for sure we'd keep going. Dang. Anyway, let's get rid of this. Heck yeah, man. Nice job, Javier. We inverse the 3 minute. I guess 2 minute. I really so badly wanted to take the other part off at 2R. But, one of these days I really think I will hit that 4R, and then at that point, I'll be happy that I kept them. I'll be happy that I stuck to my plan, which is I just like trailing. I mean, obviously I want to take all off, but I think I made the right decision. Yeah, my computer's being kind of slow. Oh, that was almost that was almost all TPs hitting. Oh my gosh. That would have been so cool. But that's okay. We just followed our plan. We did what we wanted. We did what we tried to do. Now at this point, displacement, very strong displacement. We have this Fervaya gap here. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised. Oh, dang it, man. No. I should have just taken all off at freaking the Asia and London lows. Because it was relatively equal lows, and I knew that was the strongest. See, I probably shouldn't have kept it going. I probably should have just taken profit. 5RR, holy. Nah, I can't get upset. I did what I was intending to do. So now this looks like a accumulation. It looks like accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution to the upside now. Right, we have this 5-minute gap. This 5-minute gap has held price all through here, and then we sweep out the low one more time into this 5-minute gap. Yeah. I shouldn't have been so greedy to go for this consolidation when we had perfectly equal, relatively equal lows. I should have just targeted all off at 2R. Dang it. But you know what we probably are going to get is this 5-minute Fervaya gap. So I might take this. Just depends how it looks. But we swept out the lows. Yeah, 1 minute changed it. Yeah, I like this. Um, 5-minute Fervaya gap. Oh, it needs to be 30-second change state delivery. Oh, I should have just entered it. No. I almost entered this, but I just, I had to think about it a little too long. And, man, I was so close to taking it. Yeah, we're going to go run those highs now. Amazing, Javier. Amazing. I almost took this. I really do think this would have been a good trade as well. 5-minute Fervaya gap, sweep of all these equal lows, and then 30-second change state delivery. I think it's okay because I'd rather not take a loss right after a win. So I was just a little conservative and thought about it a little too long, but yeah. Jake, if I can ask, what is your biggest mistake in trading? Like, for example, following a rule that isn't good / negatively affecting to your trade. What is the biggest mistake in trading? What is your biggest mistake in trading? Like, for example, following a rule that isn't good / affecting negatively to your trades. So, wait, I'm so confused what that last part means. Following, like, I understand the beginning of the question, but not the end. For example, following a rule that isn't good / affecting negatively. Well, I'll just answer the first part. My biggest mistake. Well, I'm trying to understand this last part. Like, for example, following a rule that is. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Like a misconception that ended up leading to, this might end up being inducement, by the way. I could see either way. Actually, nah, probably bullish. Okay, what I was gonna say. Uh, for me, I mean, there's so many ones. Like thinking a fair value gap could only be used one time. I don't know. That was a stupid one. That one cost me. Cause I mean, you miss out on all the good trades where we sweep out lows over and over again within fair value gaps. There's a million. Biggest mistake. Yeah, I don't know. Probably that one. Not thinking fair value gaps could be used more than once. Let's go, Javier! I was so close to taking this. Nah, it's okay. And, after a win, I think I probably would have just targeted 1R. Like that. No need to be greedy after a win. But those are nice low resistance lows. And I might have even scaled out. Now this is interesting. Now, yeah, why is my computer so slow? No need to be greedy though. W's today, man. W's. All that hard work finally paying off. At least so far, right? We could easily take a loss. Hope I don't. Obviously, I don't want to, but yeah. But I, when I'm on good days, I like to actually allow myself to take more opportunities because it goes to show that I actually am I'm tuned in to the market. So. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit, figure out what we got going on. I'm actually going to close Tradeovate for a second because I don't want to take a stupid trade, and I just want I want to at least think for a little bit. So I'm going to go to the bathroom. Oh, 2-minute walk. Forgot about that. Set a timer for 2 minutes. All right. Oh, and I'm gonna get some more water. Oh, I have water right here. I'm stupid. Remainder break even at 23,355. Let's go. Awesome. Okay, let's take a look at what we got going on here. So, just to reframe, just to zoom out so we don't get tunnel vision on the lower time frame. So, we had accumulation, manipulation of this high, and then distribution, but now we have another accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So I find that to be fascinating, right? These will constantly be ricocheting back and forth between, accumulating, manipulating, and then even when we're distributing, we'll end up being manipulating again and then distributing. I find that very fascinating. So, what would be crazy is, so one reason I liked this short, right, it made sense to me because, right, this is something Keynes talked about, is when you have a displacement leg and then you have a retracement, this move from here, from the premium of the displacement leg to, the discount of the original leg, this move here is going to be incredibly high probability. It's a very simple, high probability move because you don't have to catch this whole next leg lower. You just have to catch that little bit of the pie. And I actually really agree with what Keynes says with that, right? Now, the thing about this is we might not. We did inverse this to the upside, so we might actually continue to the upside here. Right. Kind of looks like it, to be honest. Looks more like a 4-hour inverse for value gap. And then we had a 4-hour gap here. Probably better looked at as a 1-hour gap. So 1 hour for value gap. So I kind of like this as a 1 hour, 5-minute trade. I wonder if there's a 5-minute. Yeah. Ooh, actually, this is clean. This is very, very clean. I think this is worth taking. Especially because higher time frame's bullish, right? So 1 hour for value gap, accumulation, manipulation, 5-minute change state delivery right there. What do you guys think? I like this. I don't want to take a loss though right after I just take a trade, and I don't want to jump into it, but I do think this is a good trade, right? 1 hour for value gap, accumulation, manipulation. Wonder if we have SMT. I'm gonna go look and see, right? Just being thoughtful though. I'm not going to rush into anything. I just took a win. But I do think this could be nice, right? 5-minute change to delivery off a 1 hour gap, accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. Especially because what time is it? Yeah, we're going into 10 a.m. And we have a consolidation above. You think we might go lower one more time? Yeah, that's why I'm not rushing into anything, because I really don't want to take a trade that I will regret. So I'm really just not rushing into anything. I think we'll draw up here, though. So with the liquidity pool right here, I think we'll draw into here. 5-minute change state delivery. So I think I would not be surprised if if this ends up being accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. This is aligned with the second standard deviation. I really am considering taking this. It looks really, really good. There's really nothing wrong with it. No, I really don't see anything wrong with it at all, to be honest. I'm very hesitant because I just took a win. That's the only thing, right? But I do think this is clean, right? Sweep of equal lows, 5-minute change day delivery. What other, second standard deviation right there. I just want to make sure. I think news at 10 a.m. Oh, yeah. So, thank you. Appreciate that. So, I'm going to be a little bit more thoughtful. I do like this a lot, but I'm going to be, a little thoughtful because I just took a win, right? Yeah, we do have news in 1 minute. And that's why I closed trade of 8, because they didn't want to do something dumb, especially after I just took a win. But I also don't want to be too scared to take another trade either, right? So one thing we could do is just use this for bias and just say, okay, this is just for bias, and I want to look for a lower time frame trade within this. So that's another thing we can do. So accumulation, manipulation. And I also just want to make sure. Ooh, see, there we go. This is why I didn't do anything. Very clutch of me to realize that I might be a little, just rather be safe than sorry after a win. But we did just tap OTE. You can see why this is the OTE I was just talking about, right? This is very sensitive. Wow. From OTE perfectly. But yeah, we had news at 10, and I think that's why a big reason why we did not I think Smart Money knows there's news at 10, and there's just I think it's extra conservative, I guess. I don't know. I can't speak right now. But you get what I'm saying. Maybe. I don't even know if I get what I'm saying, to be honest. So yeah, that's why I was extra conservative. So I kind of just want to make sure that I don't do something stupid, right? That's the main thing, as always. I honestly do think that would be kind of stupid, because this 1 hour gap, let's talk about this 1 hour gap, right? 1 hour gap is, I don't even know if it's in discount of this. Okay, it is. But it seems like, kind of risky, because we're within this higher time frame premium, right? 1 hour for value gap, but it's within this higher time frame premium. So, check ES, it has a gap. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh man, that's a crazy volume balance. Good catch, Medbach, thank you. Well, I think that's probably a new day opening gap. Yeah, new day opening gap there. Thank you, Medbach. I appreciate that a lot. So yeah, this is kind of feeling like we're gonna reject 4 hour gap. Like, you can see how this is a gap, right? And then also overlap with the breaker. I bet you we went to the Reaper. Oh my gosh. Let's mark out this daily breaker and see if we went to the Reaper for value gap. Right, so let's just mark it out. Where is there a gap within this breaker? Maybe from like here to here. That's crazy, dude. Oh my. Reaper for Vigap is crazy. Reaper for Vigap's actually one of the most insane confluences ever. What? You're still extremely bullish. Javier's still extremely bullish. I'm just being thoughtful here. Right now I'm kind of undecided. So I do not want to take a loss. Right? Because we might need to rebalance the discount of this. Because we just hit premium. So even if we're higher time frame bullish, we might need to rebalance the discount. It's always possible. So here's discount. Whoops, this is upside down. Yeah, one of these days we got a full Porter Reaper. I kind of want to get a personal account just to specifically take the Reaper setups. Like 1/4 size, obviously. It's like super low size because it's, high RR trades. But I want to have a personal account where I do, on the personal account, I just do super small size, but then high RR. And I do Reaper for Vigaps, the sniper entries at OTE of the flow state model. Taking the Enigma trades where it's like that fair value gap that perfectly aligns with the 2022 model in the gold block partition. The Phoenix model, just like the regular one. And then that new CRT model that we just made yesterday, the Genesis model. All of those, they're like super high RR, but they're like just super powerful, So what would you guys consider this? Like a 1 hour Reaper? I wonder if you can use the Reaper. This is an interesting thought, right? I wonder if you can use the Reaper. So like I would consider this like a 1 hour Reaper. I wonder if I could use that as a PD array, right? Like for flow state. It's kind of stupid, but nah, I don't think it's stupid at all. Look at that. 5-minute change state delivery. We tap OTE. The Reaper was its own PD array. That's crazy. The Reaper was its own PD array. That is absurd. Guys, you can use the Reaper as a PD array for a lower time frame trade. Do you guys understand how powerful that is? So 1 hour Reaper, right? This was a higher time frame key level. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. 1 hour Reaper for Vigap and premium. We can use this as a PD array for flow state. So 1 hour Reaper, we can use this with a 5-minute change state of delivery right here. Accumulation. That's so sick. Guys, you have to admit this is pretty cool. Accumulation, manipulation, 5-minute change state of delivery. It's kind of cool. I'm going to screenshot this. Right? So, let's screenshot this. I gotta make a new folder for today. Man, I'm not gonna lie, it feels so not sucky to finally take, a good win. I'm not gonna lie. Like, genuinely, like, I've been so sick of going into the market and every single day you just take a stupid trade. But I feel like today I'm just genuinely like it's a good feeling. But let's keep going. So I've got to save this as 8/4/25. 8-4-25 Tuesday. Reaper and 5-minute CSD. Oh, thanks, Medbach. Appreciate it. But look at how we hit OTE too. Could you imagine that? It's crazy. So yeah, I kind of want to get higher time frame bias. I think a big reason why we're stalling is because we really are trapped between bulls and bears right now. This new week opening gap might end up being a draw on liquidity. Right, because we moved from one new week opening gap. Maybe we're going to draw to this one. I thought I saved this yesterday. But yeah, I think that was a super solid trade that I took. I mean, obviously, it's easy to say that when that's a win, right? But I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. So we are within this 4-hour breaker. Right? You know what? This is a giant 12-hour inverse for value gap. I'm not gonna lie. This looks so bullish. That's a crazy bullish inverse for value gap. If I zoom out, maybe we even got SMT. But I find it interesting because we closed above the volume bounce. Then again, actually, this is a 12-hour CRT. There's always a counter argument. 12-hour CRT. Okay, I want to do a little experiment here. 12-hour CRT, right? Here's that manipulation close. So this is kind of like our Genesis model that we just made. So we take the close of the manipulation and target the CRT low. And to be honest, you could even say maybe this is the CRT low, right? And as well, daily breaker, daily, another new day opening gap here. Actually, what is this? Yeah, this is just a new day opening gap. Okay, new day opening gap right here. This is a pretty obvious new day opening gap. But yeah, the hardest part about trading is just controlling yourself even after a win, right? Yeah, N-Dog stopping price in its tracks. Here we go. So when does the 12-hour candle even open? 6 a.m. Right, so it kind of feels like maybe we just induced that high. I feel like we need to look at the market a little more. I feel like I'm a little out of tune right now. What are you guys thinking right now? Oh, I was gonna look at YouTube to see if there's anyone watching. For watching, let's go. Is that? Let's refresh it. Oh, 5 watching. Let's go. Okay. You know, what's interesting is it's overlapping volume imbalances. I don't even know if I've ever seen that before. So, not gonna lie, I kind of like using this as a PD array, this new day opening gap. Kind of feels like this was manipulation above this high. I want to take. Maybe I'll take a trade if we get. I'm just thinking. If I have a really good plan, I'll consider it. But right, because it's also 12-hour CRT to the downside. And we have SMT with that high still. So that same SMT from my initial trade is still holding, which, you know, goes to show I was right initially. So wonder if we have any other PD array that overlaps with this, right? Kind of is like a 1 hour BPR ish, maybe 4 hour BPR. And right, we're in premium of this whole range here. 4 hour BPR. 15-minute change of state of delivery. Oh man, I kind of like this a lot. This is good displacement. We're probably going to accelerate lower off of this. See how we back test it and now we're just looking like we're going to dump. I think we're going to accelerate lower. But I'd rather be conservative right now because I just took a win. Okay, so 15-minute change state delivery, right? We have essentially a 4 hour BPR overlapping bullish and bearish for value gaps. And I don't care really that these wicks are here. I still consider this a BPR. Four-hour BPR. 15-minute chain stay delivery. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna dump. I kind of wanted to take that, but I'm just being conservative, guys. We always just gotta be conservative, right? But it's also 12-hour CRT, so waiting for low to be swept and setting in long. Nice. Kind of lean and bearish. See, this is a 12-hour CRT. Then again, we did inverse this. You could you could definitely argue for both sides, because yeah, this is definitely aggressive inversion, swooping out these lows. Yeah, you could definitely say this is accumulation manipulation, and then now we're gonna distribute up. Yeah, maybe I'm a little offside here. Let me zoom out. Yeah, if I'm not sure, I'm just gonna chill. First standard deviation hit though. Good night, random guy. Talk to you later. Yeah, I'm a little unsure, to be honest. And that's okay. I kind of like that new day opening gap, 4-hour BPR combo with SMT. I mean, this is a giant liquidity pool, even though we've already ran through it. Still gonna be stop losses there. Yeah, I kind of like that 15-minute chain stay delivery. I was almost gonna consider taking it, but you know, want to be extra precautious now that I've already taken a win today, but once again, 4-hour BPR. And dogs really do kind of feel like X-ray on the market sometimes. I'm curious if we inverse this 4-hour to the downside. This is kind of what I see. Right, we had S&T with this high, with the S. You know, obviously I kind of wanted to take this, but it's better to be smart than stupid. I'd rather kind of have a whole, you know, case made for why. For why. And once again, premium of this whole entire range was tapped. Right, this nifty opening gap is placed perfectly in premium. Nice. I'm honestly kind of leaning bearish, but I could be totally wrong. That's why you have to trust yourself, Jerry. Trust yourself. I'm actually just going to get rid of the premium thing because I mean, we kind of already know that that's tapping premium. I love that, Jerry. I'm so happy for you. That's exactly that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You got to trust yourself, man. No one else is going to click that button for you. And then if it does end up, you know, whatever ends up happening, you can learn from it. And that's going to lead to so, you know, whether it's a win or a loss. And it's going to lead to so much growth. Backtesting OTE. Jake trades at OTE here. Well, whatever you want to call it, sniper entry, OTE, whatever. Nice. So I'm starting to think this 12-hour CRT might hold. Once again, we kind of have both of these lows here, CRT lows that could be drawn to. I almost took this. That's okay. I was so close to taking this. But it just happened too fast, and I was like, rather safe than sorry. But you could have even taken this on the close. This would have been a really good one to take on a close, in my opinion. Because with this much displacement, with this much confluences, the close is going to be, you know, you don't even need to have stop loss all the way at the high. And you can just target this low here. This would probably this would be a 6-1. That's crazy. This is probably going to end up working out. That's insane. 4-hour BPR and 15-minute CSD. So maybe we could get a lower time frame entry within this. Or maybe we'll get a retest of the CISD, right? Not opposed to maybe if we get a retest of the CISD, maybe taking that. Once again, this is like a liquidity sweep, break of structure for value gap type of trade as well. It is 8:30. That is something to consider, and I want to get. Let's go, Jerry. Yeah, I want to be super thoughtful, right? But it's also a daily breaker. Like, it's a 4-hour BPR, but it's also a daily breaker, which is also within premium. So on top of all of that, it's a daily breaker. So I honestly very much considered taking this on the close. I very much considered taking that 15-minute chain stay delivery on the close, but with already taking a win, you got to be super careful. If I'm gonna take another trade, but this would have been nice. This already hit 1-to-1, which is kind of cool. Alright, so I'll probably be done for the day. Maybe. I don't know. If I get opportunity, then maybe not. Like, it genuinely takes so much self-control not to take a stupid setup. And I know, like, this is obviously a good setup. But if it had been a stupid setup, the self-control that I need to not take it, I need to have that. So that's why I'm just super, super precautious. Even if it's a good, decent setup, you just gotta be careful. Curious if we have like any stat map levels that align with this idea. Maybe, the weekly one actually might align with this pretty well. Oh, wow, we're actually really far above the weekly manipulation level. But this is why I personally, like, my trading style is always scale and trail. Like, over time as a trader, you discover what kind of trader are you. Like, Dodgy's kind of like a 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 all off there. For me, I can hit these, I'm trying to think of the word. I can hit these sniper shots. And so I want to take partials, but I also want to allow myself to get the full move because I know that, that's one of my strengths. Sometimes I can get these bigger moves. So I'd rather trail it, and that's what I did today, right? I trailed my stop loss. And yeah, I missed out a little bit, but if it had hit it, then, like, obviously that would have been, like, it would have been really, really insane, right? No, I'm sorry, Jerry. Oh. Yeah. I really did like that trade. I just had to be thoughtful with already taking a win, but it's it's going pretty nicely. Obviously, I'm not in this right now, guys. This is not a trade that I'm taking right now. But I really did like it. I almost took it. The only reason I didn't is because, it happened really fast and I already took a win, so I'm being cautious. And obviously, I would not target this far. Like, obviously, TPs all through here. TPs, trail and scale. That's like one of my mottos, right? It's never all or nothing. I said trail and scale. But, we rebalanced the higher time frame premium. So now with this lower time frame move higher, it makes sense for us to rebalance to discount, right? We have, if this is a downtrend, if it is to be a downtrend, then, we retrace here. Let's say we continue. This is something Trader Kane talked about, right? Let's say we continue way further down, right? Like, okay, nice. We continue way further down. Who cares? We just care about this little tiny piece of the pie here, moving back from this premium to this discount. I'm good, Jerry. Man, I was so close to taking this. You ever just like, oh, this has happened to me so many times. But you just gotta be careful. I just wanted to be thoughtful. But objectively, this was a nice trade. Objectively, I've been good, Jerry. And this is why I say trail and scale. Trail and scale. Because I'd be taking profit all through here, but I'd also be trailing. I'm doing good. So once again, this from high to low back to the premium, this move back to discount is incredibly high probability. Because we've already had a displacement leg. So now we're just taking a little fractional piece of maybe a higher time frame displacement leg. So all you gotta take is this. So even if you're wrong, you can still be right. Like, let's say you're wrong, then you still end up being right. How cool is that, right? That's why this is so powerful. I think Ice-T talks about this in his mentorship. I think like month 6 or something, or month 5. I don't know. I can't remember. But this is exactly what Kane talks about. But yeah, definitely being conservative. So, we're displacing lower. We left this 5-minute gap. So when we're in aggressive displacement, I kind of expect all low time frame gaps to continue us lower. So I would expect this 5-minute fair value gap. One more bullet left until what? Like on your count? Yeah, I feel that, man. That was kind of me. That's kind of me too. In on some of the accounts. So I'm watching this 5-minute gap. Right when we're aggressively displacing, 5-minute gaps hold very, very well. And once again, I see this as essentially a liquidity void. So I kind of want to see us drop down and fill this. Maybe I will take this, actually. If it's good enough, if I like it enough, considering it, right? We have the higher time frame model framed. We have the higher time frame accumulation, manipulation. We're just taking a little tiny scalp within this, which would be off of this 5-minute gap. Just a tiny little piece of the pie. And maybe leave a runner. Because we're starting to get this framed pretty well now, in my opinion, right? As a move from premium back to discount of a lower time frame price leg. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. So where's discount? Right, so we're almost back in discount. So I really think anything within this little piece of price here is going to be super high probability. Does that make sense? Like, because higher time frame displacement leg, lower time frame retracement, now a lower time frame displacement leg, we should at least go back to discount. I'm looking at this lower time frame retracement, right? Maybe off of this fair value gap, we get a flow state down to discount. But yeah, you can see that trade that I liked was pretty nice. But, I'm not upset. I took a win. Honestly, that trade that I, could have taken, I could have even just gone for 1 or 2 R, and this would already hit. But To be honest, I think that we're gonna have a really bearish week now, because Monday manipulation, Tuesday starting to expand. I could see Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday expanding to the downside at this point. And the reason I didn't trust this 12-hour inversion, at least in my opinion, I mean, I definitely could be wrong because I'm a student of the market as anyone else is. But the reason I didn't trust this, I guess I should screenshot this. Did I screenshot this yet? Let me see if I screenshotted it. No, I didn't. Okay, we should screenshot this, right? This was, we liked this trade. At least I liked this trade. Right? Entering on the close, the CISD close here. This would have already hit 2R. So I'm going to screenshot this. I think this would have been clean. Super clean. Obviously, I would be taking profit, guys. This isn't all or nothing, so I'm not saying I would go for 4R, but I'm saying I trail and scale. That's just how I trade. So I'll be probably done in, let's see. Yeah, I guess obviously I'll be done in 14 minutes, but this was also nice because this is a 12-hour CRT. So, flow state close 10 a.m. with NDOG as confluence. 4 hour 15 minute. And we were in higher time frame premium too. Super clean. Obviously, I would have loved to take that, but it just kind of happened really fast. And in my head, I don't know. Sometimes, you just have to go off your intuition. And I could have just clicked the sell button off my intuition, and it would have worked out. But I really wanted to have all the pieces together before I executed, especially after a win. In the future, though, I would definitely consider just allowing myself to execute just based off of intuition, because this would definitely have been a really good entry to take just based off of intuition, because we had the new day opening gap, 4-hour BPR, 15-minute change to delivery. What level of STD? Wait, what? Standard deviations? Well, I don't know what you're saying. Standard deviations. This will be the third. This will be the fourth. Wow, that lines up very well. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. So these are the highest probability moves, right? We have higher time frame displacement leg. We have a premium of that higher time frame displacement leg. We retrace back into premium, and we have a lower time frame leg. So now we're taking this move from premium back to discount of, this higher time frame move lower. I don't know what you mean by what level of STD, but Dude, you better not be taking a trade off of this. Oh my. You're wondering what level of standard deviation? Oh my gosh. Bro is such a degen. Alright, well just be smart. I would definitely trail. You know, I really did like this. Oh man, I really did like this. And you notice how we hit the sniper model entry? It's just crazy. This is on personal account. Once I get a personal account, dude, you already know I'm going to be taking these all day because you don't have to worry about trailing drawdown. You don't have to worry about consistency rules. Waiting for high time from line, then I'm ascending long. Just got one more bullet. I mean, nice, man. I'm bearish. I think we're drawing to this consolidation right here. But yeah, you gotta trust yourself. Trust yourself more than anyone else. Ignore everyone else other than yourself, because you're the only person that's going to be able to click that buy or sell button. It's the best advice I could ever give you. It's just so annoying having other people tell me otherwise. Once I realized that was the moment, I feel like, you know, that's kind of like, that's the most important thing, is just ignore everyone else and trust yourself. Because everyone, like, you have to realize everyone else is unprofitable. Like, if 95% of traders are unprofitable, why am I listening to them? So glad I came to that realization, dude. This is clean. This is like precision clean. Precision. Genuinely beautiful. So we did just hit the second standard deviation, I think. So we're about to hit the second. We're probably going to get a retrace off of the second standard deviation here. I'm just being realistic, right? We probably will get a retrace. So you could probably just take, like, maybe if you wanted to, you could take all off here. This would be 3R. Dang, man. Genuinely insane. And if you went from the sniper entry, this would have been a 6R or 7R. Oh my gosh. Crazy, man. Anyway, I think it's almost time to get off the charts. I guess it's not time yet. Man, I was so close to taking that. It's okay. Rather be safe than sorry. Obviously, I scale and trail, so I would never, be just going all for the fourth standard deviation, but... I almost took this. I was so close to taking it. Oh my gosh. It's okay. It's just proof that, in the future you can catch stuff that's like this. Yeah, to be honest, you could even just take off here. Like if I was in this trade, I would genuinely just consider just getting out because I really don't care if we hit the second standard deviation or not. This is 2.5 to 1. So nice. I would be very happy with that. Especially because now we're within this, you call it a void, call it a gap. Probably more, this right here is more of a gap. So that's probably a good reason to take profit. Because this high to this low, that's a little bit of a gap. Yeah, I'm noticing that 1 hour BISI. I'm actually thinking that as well. Right? 1 hour, 1 hour BPR actually. 1 hour BPR will probably get a retracement off of this. Maybe not though. Actually, maybe not. Ugh. And once again, what is this, guys? What do you see here? I was literally talking about how this could happen today, right? The sniper entry is right above what? Old highs. So what is this? Inducement, right? Inducement of these old highs into the sniper entry. And then, bang. Inducement. We use stop losses to enter, and then we take profit with stop losses from one stop loss to another. That right there is true market making, right? Inducement of highs, stopping people out at this consolidation and then this void. Anyway, I might go on another little walk. You guys ever just feel like every day we're just getting just so slightly incrementally better, and it just compounds, man. It just compounds. I'll be right back. Yeah, I think once we hit the second standard deviation, we'll either retrace a little bit or consolidate. And then eventually go lower to the fourth. Yeah, I took a win today. I almost took this one as well. I almost took 2 wins, but I today I kind of just with already taking a win, I didn't take another trade. But I was really really close to taking. Here you can see this would have been the other trade I would have taken. It would have been accumulation, manipulation, distribution, 4-hour BPR, and premium of this displacement leg, and it also overlaps with this daily breaker, and overlaps with this new day opening gap. And I was gonna take this 15-minute chain stay delivery close off of it. I almost took it. I just didn't feel the need to take another trade because I already took a win. But I was actually going to take it if I had another probably 2 minutes to think about it, because I just wanted to be extra precautious and really do all my homework before I take the trade. And you can see that I don't really get another 2 minutes to enter. It just kind of leaves. So, but I was so close to taking this as my second trade, and I would have obviously TP1, TP2, and then trailed. But yeah, this was gonna be my second trade. So. I mean, you could have even just simply targeted these lows, and that would have been a good target. Maybe one reason we have not hit the second standard deviation is because we hit the second standard deviation of this, but you got break even. Nice, man. Man, I almost took 2 wins. Can you believe that? That would have been so cool. But yeah, I took a win earlier. It was we're tired. It was a flow state Phoenix. So the Phoenix model, but instead of just taking it as a regular Phoenix model, I turn it into a flow state. Could have entered the shorts, but after a break even, I never enter again. Makes sense. But yeah, this was a Phoenix model at the highs, and actually the Phoenix model would have given incredible RR. I'm going to switch over to my other screen to show you guys, and I only have 6 minutes left, but I think this is worth talking about for these last 6 minutes, right? Actually, let me make sure all my accounts are, just really quickly, I'm just going to be looking and seeing all my accounts have no open orders or positions, because I think that's important. Okay, there we go. Alright, so back to what I was talking about. So we had a really, really nice Phoenix model, and Phoenix model is nice because it is super, super high RR. We had a 15-minute rejection block, obvious accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So 15-minute rejection block. Where's the rejection block? I just just seen a good setup with that Judas swing. Yeah, for real. And actually, as a Phoenix Mini, this would have been even better. That's actually crazy. This would have been even higher RR as a Phoenix Mini. And I'll explain that in just a second. Right, so we sweep the rejection block on NQ. We hold the rejection block on S&P. So you would have to take this on S&P, but still. So the Phoenix Mini is when instead of entering just on the rejection block, I enter at the midpoint, the consequent encroachment of the rejection block with the stop at the high. And that gives you twice as many take profits. And you can see that worked actually even better. But yeah, 15 minute rejection block, SMT. We obviously have AMD. So accumulation, manipulation, distribution, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. This was really, really nice. This is the same model Powell trades. And you can see why Powell is so profitable is because, well, he has a really good model. You stopped using the 15-minute time frame? What? I feel like 15-minute time frame is the most universal time frame. That's crazy. So right, this is Phoenix, and then right when we get SMT with the rejection block, and then yeah, you can enter at the rejection block, or if you want the Phoenix Mini entry, you enter at consequent encroachment of the rejection block. Curious, what's the point of not taking another trade after a break even? I guess you're asking Haney that. You're asking Haney, not me. Look at this, man. Phoenix model is OP. Phoenix model's genuinely, that's crazy. Phoenix model's OP, guys. Oh my gosh. This is why I always trail and scale. I always trail and scale because when you can just hit one of these, it's just going to be game changing. Game changing. Trail and scale. This is going to be a good market recap. Alright, it's 11:10, so I'm just going to finish screenshotting this. So this was an amazing Phoenix model at 10, what was it, 8 a.m.? 8 a.m. 8 o'clock Phoenix model, 15 minute. No aligned time frame. And then Phoenix Mini would be at the consequent encroachment of the rejection block. So it'd be right here. And you can see now we have twice as much RR and twice as many take profits, and that's 43 to 1. Holy. That's just insane. That is just insane. Now, it's obviously really, really hard to find one in the moment, but if you can, it's just insane. So, 8 o'clock, Phoenix, mini, 15-minute. Crazy. Alright, guys, 11 o'clock. I will see you guys later in the market recap, and then tomorrow back again to trade. So, yeah, until next time, peace out.